Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. The subject today is abortion. Serious and impossible subject, really, to discuss in a short clip. But the main point that I want to make concerning abortion is the fact that it should not be legislated. Should not be put in the hands of a bunch of political hacks using it for their own political purposes. It is too serious, too intense for those women and fathers and family who have to make such decisions, to have behind it the legislative power to imprison, to oppress, to dictate doctors' viewpoint because of their fear, how they treat their patients, how they handle their understanding of the Hippocratic Oath. Abortion should not be put on a 6-week, 15-week, whatever it is, and this idiocy about after birth abortions is just that. The subject is too sacrosanct, too important to people to trivialize it, to politicize it. It is important, extremely important to people who want to have children that may have problems with the fetus. There's all types of situations that the limitation of a clip like this is it's just beyond it. But it is not for the legislatures, especially those who have majority of men, dictating what women should do. And it's just not a matter of what to do with women's bodies, their own bodies. Very important aspect, of course. But there are fathers involved as well. There are families involved as well. There's societies, professionals involved as well. These decisions are not made in a vacuum, are not made just for convenience. It is not just a form of contraception. As I've heard some of these people, these callous individuals that say women should just get on a bus and if they can't have an abortion in state A, go to state B. As if it's that light a subject matter. There's the after pill, the after sex abortion pill, before there is a uniting of the sperm and the egg. That's a form of contraception. Miscarriages are natural abortions. Still tremendously traumatic. You don't get involved in this issue with state legislature, federal legislature. What needs to be legislated is the professionalism surrounding it, the medical treatment, the counseling, all those things that support a woman in this very traumatizing type of decision to be made by her and her family and those around her. There's also another aspect of abortion that few people talk about. Those people of faith who believe in eternity, who believe in justice after death. This is a spiritual thing. there are spiritual consequences. You may believe that, you may not. But there are millions and millions of people that believe it. That has to be taken into consideration. It is not a legislative thing. I disagree with that vehemently. When women are abused, which many of them are, whether through rape or incest, especially you hear these terrible stories of these young children. They can't get the counseling, they can't get the treatment, they have to take the bus because of a legislative act, because of some Supreme Court or Superior Court or some court decision-making process based on their own biases. It's a difficult and impossible decision for many people that they have to make it. It's not unique. Women have been making these decisions ever since humans stepped on this earth. Let's not kid ourselves. This is life or death. It's not pro-choice. It's not pro-life. It is empathy for the trauma. Empathy for the people involved. I don't think legislatures have empathy. They shouldn't be involved in this to the degree that it is. Persons have to have freedom to make these decisions about their lives. Yes. But I'm not speaking to the moral aspect of it. I'm speaking to the overall impact on society and women in general in today's world. When I was a kid, my mother would have no choice. She would have to carry the child. Abortions were illegal. Otherwise, it would be a back room or, the horrible way women had to deal with these situations. Empathy. Stay out of the legislative aspect of this very serious issue, is my position, my opinion. We don't need that. But it's very difficult. And pro-life people, I don't know why it's just for children, for infants. Pro-life should be pro-life. Life. But that's another story. But it influences the decisions people make about the abortion issue. It's intertwined. Especially in this type of thing, there's no getting around the complexity of the issue. But again, legislation should not be a part of it. Give people the help and guidance they need. Yes, in some cases, there is a triviality given. Oh, it's just an abortion. But I don't know about that. If I were a woman and carrying a child and I had life within me, I would have some deep thoughts about that. I think many women would. Most women would. If not all women. Give it the respect it is due. Not trivialize it with a 6-week ban or a 15-week ban or this nonsense about after-birth abortions. Stop politicizing a serious, serious issue. You've heard all the examples around. There's plenty of them. But my position is on this not a moral standing. I'm not speaking to that. I'm not speaking to the, commandments or whatever. I am just eliciting the issues that I see, physical and spiritual and social. Stay away from the legislatures. They shouldn't be part of this, except to make sure that there's safety in the medical treatment when it's available. It's a difficult subject, something that's not going to be aired out anytime soon, but it definitely needs to be talked about. Society has changed. As contraception becomes more efficient, the risks become less, and, the society adapts to it. But it should not, and shouldn't be in the hands of a bunch of people who have political ideas in their heads and not the empathetic concerns for the people involved, all the people involved, but especially the woman who is bearing the child and making the decision. Give her the support she needs to make a viable, valued, quality decision. It is not black and white. Life and death never is. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.